let's take a look at the Azzuno 160 Pro. This is their 5-in-1, they're calling it. It is their MIG, flux, stick, and TIG, but also is capable of plasma cutting, which I'm excited to check out. So let's go ahead and walk around back. This is your side. We have a few ports for our air, gas. This is your gas for your MIG. On and off. Pretty decent sized fan. Around the other side, we have our door, which I have a 10-pound spool of MIG wire already installed. Your typical setup. Now this machine is rather large and has some weight. I mean, it's every bit of 50 pounds, I would imagine. Here is our MIG gun attached already. This is their typical setup. It's a really nice setup. I like the feel of their gun. Always include quality whip, solid rubber hose, easy attachment. Now they provide you with bags to carry your different torches and such in. This is their plasma cutter torch. It feels real good. They include a couple of consumables for it. This is their TIG torch. It's their typical setup. Again, we have this trigger that's tie wrapped on there. It's a good trigger, it's clicky, feels good in the hand. Just not sure how I feel about the whole tie wraps. There are consumables. A little bit of everything in there. You have your adapter, 110 220 adapter. They include two hoses. This is a vinyl hose. They also include this thick rubber hose. This is your stinger for your stick. Always heavy duty, good quality, and their typical grounding clamp. This is the air regulator for the plasma cutter and the water separator. There's a couple of other consumables they include, another motor wheel, a few clamps, and a few tips. Let's get it powered up and look at it. Okay, we have it powered up. Let's take a closer look at the control panel. Here in the center, we have the selector. We can scroll through. This is our 030 mix, CO2 argon mix. You can see I'm plugged into the 110 volt, which means I'm only going to get 120 amps. I need to plug into 220 to get that full 160. In the center, let's go ahead and tap. This is our 035 flux. This is our plasma cutting feature, our TIG feature, stick, 030 CO2, and back to our 030 mix. Here is our sync feature. So it says hold down this button. We can turn it off, hold it down. We can turn that sync back on. Again, for those who don't know, the sync feature, it automatically matches your wire feed speed to your amperage. It gives you a good starting point. If you don't want that, turn that on and have at it yourself. At the bottom, they clearly mark the polarity and everything that's required here. So at the top left, you have your flux, no gas, and your stick, positive, negative. So on this side is our negative, on this side is our positive. Let's look in there. So to cut or to TIG, we're going to plug into this part here, and we will use our grounding clamp to plug on this side here. And so forth. Here is we're using a pedal for our lift TIG. This is where we plug it in here. If not, if we're just using the plasma cutter or just the TIG with their trigger and the end of their cable, you have that trigger attachment. It's going to go there and let you control that torch. So whether you choose to do it with a pedal or not, that's where it plugs into. And you can see everything is clearly marked. They simplify it for you as much as possible. Oh, at the top here, they also have this little hidden door and a little small compartment for keep some consumables handy. It's nice to see. Yeah, the unit's real solid, man. Built very well. So why don't we go ahead, go outside, and put it to use, man. Let's see what it's got. Alright guys, we got one side done. I was able to tack all four corners to try to keep that beam as straight as possible. And a nice little bead on top. Not too bad. I'm going to grind that weld down so I can get this just one smooth piece. Got us another little run there. Try to fill it in. Started off pretty clean, but I think I went a little quick on the end. But yeah, the Azzuno MF160 Pro, I think this beast cannot do. Alright, this is 14 gauge 4x4 tubing, and as you can see, man, it cut right through it like butter. It was effortless. It's pretty fun too. So yep, the Azzuno, it can weld, and now it can cut. You know, in the spirit of Christmas, I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't draw a Christmas tree. Too easy.